Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Poonam. We'll start off with this particular session in Excel today. So we'll try to understand this particular analysis tools. So that is your sorting, filtering, and the subtotals. So first, we'll see with the concept of sorting. So what generally is sorting? So when I talk about the sorting, sorting is nothing but the concept of arranging the data in an order. And order. See, generally we have these two orders, no? We have ascending order, we have a descending order. So we'll see how do we put this particular data in an order. Either it can be an ascending order or descending order. Apart from that, we do also have something called as a custom order. Okay, so we'll look into the concept of sorting. Now for doing this, so I just have some data over here. So what I will do is, okay, let us take this particular sales data. Now, in this particular data, see right now, I want to arrange this particular data might be based on the sales executives. All the sales executives names starting with A, B, C, I want to put it in an order. I want to arrange it. So what I will do is, I just focus on this particular data. And if you hit Control A, what happens? The whole data gets selected. So first I need to highlight the data on which you are trying to apply this particular sorting. Once you apply this particular thing, so I'll just get into the data tab. Since I'm going for this particular sorting option, so I will be using this particular tab, that is your data tab. So under the data tab, you can see we have this option called as sort. So sort and filter, under that we have the sort. So now, since my data, there are two things here. So we have something called as A to Z and Z to A in this particular way, Z to A and A to Z. So this will be used when you are doing the sorting on a single column. Now the data what I am going to do is in a table format. So okay, row and columns. So in that case, what I will do is I'll just select this particular tabular thing. Okay, so as soon as I hit on this, so you can see, okay, fine, you're trying to sort this data. So now from this data, so you can see one option what is been picked up here is it says my data has headers. So that means from your selected data, the first row has become as a header. If I uncheck, what happens? Even this particular, you can see my selection is going from here. Okay, so when I hit check this particular thing, if I say my data has a header, so that means what happens? So first row is being deselected. My selection data is from the actual data excluding the headers. Okay, so what I want is I don't want the headers to be part of the data to be rearranged. So I want the header to be as it is, to be fixed. I want only the data to be rearranged. So what I will do, okay, I'll just select this. My data has headers, which is by default. And here, based on what column you want to do the sorting. So since I said I wanted to do the sorting based on the traders, I just select this particular traders, or might be I want to see products. I just select the products and I just say, okay, so the order that you want to give. So we have that A to Z is ascending order, Z to A is descending order, and whatever the order. So I say example, I want in the ascending order, A to Z. I just select this, say okay. So now you can see it has put everything in an order. So all the products starting with A, I don't think so any product is there starting with A. So it says boost jar and okay, all starting with C. Then that's a boost. If you,
Sir, I have a doubt. What about the custom list?
yeah, I'll just come to the custom list. Okay, so this is like, I've just sorted based on this particular, this one. Okay, it has gone in alphabetical order, all this thing. So now I want to do this particular sorting. So I have just done the sorting. So before we go into other thing, so we also can do the sorting on multi-level, multiple column. Say I want to see this particular products. Okay, I want to see this data to be sorted based on the product wise, but under that I want to subdivide this data based on the traders or based on the executives. Okay, or maybe based on the region wise, I want to subdivide this. So what I'll do is I'll just go again to this particular sorting. So I'll retain this products. Okay, and then I'll go for add a level. So you can see I have just clicked on this particular add level, and as soon as I click on the add levels, a new level is added. So which is nothing but then by. So now what I will do is then by, I'll just go with the traders. Okay, thing. So when I just say okay, so now you can see boost jars is been a product, the sales has done by Ahuja traders. Okay, so this has gone in a alphabetical order. So it has not disturbed this. Within this, so first priority is given for the products. Within the products, it is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So you can see after the boost jar, so when a new product comes, Okay, so again it is ABCD. So that means the first priority is this, and the second priority is the sub level. So this is one level, this is one level. Got it? Or might be you want to see the region wise. Within the regions, I want to see the city wise. So what I will do, I'll just go to this particular data. I say I want to see the region wise. Under regions, I want to see the city wise sale. Okay, I just say okay. So you can see here it is sorted based on the region. So East region, under East region, yeah. So East mean, so we have Bhubaneswar, B, and then East region may say Kolkata. Then I say East region may say Patna. So think fine. Then again North region, alphabetical order, D, Delhi. The North region may Gurgaon, and North region may I have a Lucknow. So again in the North region I have, okay fine. So then South region say Hyderabad, say Vizag, say okay. Then it is West region and so on. Got it? Okay, so this is nothing but called as a multi-level. So we can add multiple levels. Okay, so we can go ahead and do. Okay, so multiple levels you can add it. Okay. So descending order is Z to A, so it will go in a descending order. See now, what is a custom sort? Custom sort is, so generally what happens is we have the sorting called as ascending, which generally goes from A to Z, and descending order is something like say Z to A. Now, I want to define my own order. See, now the region-wise sorting is done in the East region, then followed with North region, then South region it should be, okay, and then it is the West region. So now, I don't want to follow this particular sequence. I want to redefine the sequence. So I want to see the North region first, then followed with the South, then followed with the East, and then followed with West, which is neither a descending order nor ascending order. Okay, but I'm defining my own order in this case. So in that case, what will we do is I'll just go to the data tab. Okay, sorting. So in the sorting, so I just want to do it based on the what you say region. So A to Z and Z to A is there. I don't want A to Z, neither I want a descending order Z to A, but I want to define my own custom list. I'll go to this particular custom list, which is we can see, which is in the very bottom of that. Okay, we have this particular custom list. I'll go to the custom list. So when I go to this particular custom list, what happens? So you can see it just says, okay, there are some predefined custom, Jan, Feb, March, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and all this thing. But I want to define my own list. So I'll just go to this particular new list entry and I'll just define the list. So what is the order I wanted? I want to see North region first. Then I want to see the South region. Then I wanted to see the East region, then followed with the West region, which is neither ascending order or descending order when it is comes to the alphabetical and thing. So I have defined my own order here. After giving this, I'll just say add. So that means a new type of custom list is being added. And I'll just say okay for this. Okay, you can see here automatically you get this north, south, east, west, a reverse of that west, east, south, and north. Fine. I just say I want to go with this. I say okay. So now as soon as I say okay, you can see data is sorted like this. First north region, then followed with the south region. It should be south region, and then followed with east, and then followed with the west region respectively. So this is your custom sorting. Okay, Punam. Yeah, this is like, you can define your own custom order for sorting. And the other thing is, see, when I'm doing this particular sorting, so when I select a character data, so it just says A to Z or Z to A. When I select a numerical data, say example, I'm selecting the sales amount. I want to sort it based on the sales quantity or sales amount. So you can see automatically we always have a confusion. So when it comes to the numeric, okay, what is ascending order? Lower number to higher number or higher number to lower number? This is very confusing. When it comes to the ranking, lower number is the highest rank. When it comes to the sales numbers and all this thing, the bigger number has a more value. So now what is ascending and what is descending? It's really very confusing thing. So in this kind of a scenario, what we do is when I select this numerical field, you can see instead of telling it as A to Z or Z to A, it says as smaller to largest or largest to smallest. So that means the order is very specific. That means when you use a numeric values, the order says whether you want to go for a smaller to largest or largest to smallest. So the same thing if I say, if I'm going with the dates, like say transaction dates, you can see here, since I have selected the column based on which you want to do the sorting is the dates. So here it says whether you want to sort it based on the oldest days to the newest date or to the from the newest to the oldest, what kind of sequence you want to define. Okay, so example, I want to see the oldest say newest sale to the oldest sale. So I'll just go to the newest to the oldest. I say okay. So when you look into this particular thing here, okay, so it just shows, okay, so transaction, so 23 December 18, okay, you can see it is going November 18, October, so you can see the newest to the oldest it is going. Fine.
Sir, I have one question. As you said that कि हम लोग जो भी मतलब कस्टमाइज करते हैं लिस्ट, वो असेंडिंग या डिसेंडिंग नहीं होता, या फिर जो लोगों ने दिया है वो वाले नहीं, हमारी मर्जी के चलेंगे. जैसे कि आपने हाँ कस्टम ऑर्डर जैसे आपने बोला रीजन का, दैट नॉर्थ साउथ देन ईस्ट एंड वेस्ट, आपने इसमें कस्टमाइज भी किया था ट्रेडर्स पे, राइट? तो ट्रेडर्स पे तो हम लोग इसमें बहुत सारे
ऑर्डर तो हमने इसमें किया था, दैट इज द रीजन वाइज.
नो, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि नॉर्मल जब हम कस्टमाइज नहीं, नॉर्मल अगर हम सॉर्टिंग कर रहे हैं तो अपने ट्रेडर्स भी सेलेक्ट किया था ना, जिसपे हम लोगों ने ट्रेडर्स वाइज, देन जब भी हम लोगों ने दो किया था, लाइक फर्स्ट इज फॉर विद द प्रोडक्ट्स एंड देन ट्रेडर्स, दो हम लोगों ने सॉर्ट किया था. हाँ राइट. तो अगर हम सिर्फ ट्रेडर्स पे अगर कस्टम करना चाहें तब तो हम नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि उनके सारे के नाम अलग अलग हैं और ढूंढ के डालना इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल.
Then you need to do one thing is get the unique values of the traders. So you wanted to sort
unique
it based
value
on
in
the
the sense?
trader. You want to sort it, so you want to give a custom order based on the traders. See, we have one is a used traders, and the second thing is it's more of a subjective value. So generally, it's not recommended to do the sorting on this. Okay, but still, you want to do it. Or say, example, I want to go for the products. Okay, I want to define a custom list. So what I'll do is I'll just select this product. I'll just select only this product. I'll try to get what all the distinct products are there first thing. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just try to add a new sheet. Just paste this and try to remove the duplicates from this. So when I say remove duplicates, okay, so what happens? This will remove all the duplicates and says this is my this is my list of products. Okay, now you can define the order you wanted. Say example, when I'm seeing this based on the product, so I say I want to see Horlicks jar, this one, say, so you can define your own custom order, and based on this particular thing you can define it.
Got it.
Okay, so so that we need to type it once you have arranged it. Hello?
I'm able to hear you.
Yeah,
I got it. Means we have to remove the duplicates and then we'll get a set of
this one. So then you just write this particular values over there, the order that you wanted, and then you can get it. Okay.
Got it.
So that is the only solution for this. Okay, this is something to do with this particular sorting. Next is we'll see with the filter. Filter is nothing but a concept of, okay, what is hiding some data or showing only the data what is needed. Okay, see, like, you know, sometimes I just want to see only the sales which has happened in a particular region. So I want to see only the north region ka sale thing. Okay, in that case, so what is that I do? I don't want to see the other sales. So in that case, I will go for the filtering. So that means filtering is extracting only the information what is needed. So the information which is not needed, it is going to be hidden. Okay, so for doing that, so what I will do is I just again keep the cursor. So if you want, you can select it, or if you focus on that also is sufficient. Then what we do is we get into this particular data tab. Under the data tab, we have this particular filter. So I just hit on this particular filter. As soon as I hit on this particular filter, so what it does is I can see here in the top this one, the filter. So I just hit on this particular filter. As soon as I hit on this particular filter, so what it does is I just hit on this particular filter. So I just hit on this particular filter. As soon as I hit on this particular filter, so what it does is I can see here in the top this one, the you get all this additional icons here. So this is nothing but, okay, it is ready for filter. Okay, on this particular headings, you can apply the filters. So now I actually
Understood.
wanted to apply the filter on the region, north region. So what I do, I just select this particular region. So if you can see, it will show the distinct regions, what is there, the unique, this one. Okay, so what I will do is,
Yeah.
I'll uncheck everything. I just wanted to see only the north region. I just say okay. So now what it has done, it has just got only the north region data.
Yeah, similarly to the applications where we make a shoppings and all, right?
Yeah, so you want to filter based on a particular criteria,
Mm.
I think. So now okay, so and once you apply this particular filter, you can see a small kind of a filter comes. So that means out of this particular columns, on this column, okay, you have applied the filter. On
The
this column, you have
filtration.
not done apply the filter.
Got it.
Okay, so now
Mm.
you have done this kind of filter. Now I say in the north region, we have Lucknow, Delhi, Gurgaon, and all this thing. So under the city also, I want to filter. So multi-level filters I want to do. So now, since I have done a filter on the region, so in the region we have only this particular 3 cities. It is showing only those cities what is available under that. Instead of
Okay.
showing all the cities of all the regions. So since we have already done applied a filter on the region, it shows only the cities of that particular region. So now I say out of this, I want to see from Delhi and Lucknow. I don't want to see from Gurgaon. Okay.
Hmm.
So you can see when I just say, so now it says only Delhi, Lucknow, Gurgaon is not there.
Understood.
Okay. Okay. And then what else?
Means it's fulfilling both the criteria.
Yeah. So that means you have applied a filter here. So you can see on these two things, you have the filter. So that means we have the filter on this
Mm-hmm.
as well as we have the filter on this. On both this, we have done the filters.
Hmm.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, so now after filtering, you can sort the data. See, like, you have applied the filter based on the region and the city, but I wanted to see the city, Delhi first and then Lucknow. Okay, so after filtering, you have the data like this. On this data, you want to apply the sorting. So I can again go on this particular same filter, and there you can see we have sort A to Z or Z to A. Okay, so Delhi top means it should be A, is it? I just hit on this. So you can see it is so it is showing the Delhi and then it is followed with the Lucknow. Yeah, and you can see observe here is, see, on this column you have just applied only filter, but on this column you have applied filter as well as you have applied a sorting. You can see a small arrow which is pointing up. You have done a sorting in the ascending order. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, so that means, okay, so here you have done one. So that means you can also filter, sort the data after filtering. Okay, so after you have done the complete filter, then finally also you can do this particular sorting. Okay, so this is how we do this particular filters. So not only that, you can do okay, this is okay, we can do on multiple fields. You can do the sorting, and sorted data can be filtered. Now the filtering can be done based on a pattern in the sense, I want to see the traders. Okay, we have many Shah agencies and say Nayan enterprises or something. So I want to see the the traders which is ending with enterprises. Okay, which is ending with enterprises. So we have some various enterprises, no? So we have Nayan enterprises, Srinjati enterprises, Amit enterprises, and things. I want to see all the traders ending with enterprises. So in that case, what I will do is, keeping this filter you can do, or you can unfilter this and you can go, no problem. I can just hit on this, and there I can see it will show all the traders what is there. So I want to filter based on a pattern. So we have something called as a text filter. Since I want to filter based on a pattern, I'm just going for the text filters. Under that, so you can see we have some kind of filters which is matching to, does not equal to, or beginning with, ending with, or containing some specific characters, or does not contain specific characters. I don't want to see the enterprises. Okay, we can go for it. Now I'm looking for ending with enterprises. So I'll just go with ends with. So I'll do that. So I'll just hit on this text
Sir, but
filters.
if we select the other options as well, it should be getting filtered, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. One second.
just
Yeah, I'll just take this. I'll just say ends with. enterprises. So that means it will show me all the traders which is ending with enterprises. Okay, and I just say okay, and you can see it shows me only those particular traders which is ending with the enterprises. Yeah, tell me your question. Yeah, Poonam. Hello.
Actually, I forgot to unmute that. I'm so sorry. So yeah, आपने बोला कि जो लास्ट में एंटरप्राइज है उसी को सॉर्ट करना है, तब आपने ये एंटरप्राइज डाला, बट वहां पे आप वहां पे और ऑप्शंस आ रहे थे। अगर हम लोग ये करते हैं जैसे कि स्पेसिफिक कुछ वर्ड डालते हैं, आई एम नॉट श्योर कि वो एंड में आएगा या बिगिनिंग में आएगा। जस्ट इन आप एक बार करो, मैं दिखाती हूँ, ओपन करो।
So fine, like you want to see those particular word which contains enterprises or which contains
yes, right,
agencies or something. Yeah, you
right,
can do that
right.
particular thing. Say
ओके, मीन्स
example.
ऐसा एंड विथ नहीं करके,
हाँ,
हाँ, एंड विथ नहीं करके कुछ भी एक लेटर डाल दिया कि ये लेटर्स अगर उसके अंदर है, मतलब वर्ड, देन इट
yeah.
शुड बी गेटिंग।
So is this
जैसे
one. So
जैसे
like say example.
हाँ
So जैसे कि Horlicks का jar है, इसका jar है. Something like I want to see all the jars.
हाँ
Okay,
हाँ, राइट
which
राइट।
might be any this one or any specific characters. So when you say I want to see the agencies, it can be in the starting or it can be in the
ऑन द
ending or it
बिन
can be
बिन,
between anywhere it contains.
करेक्ट
So in
करेक्ट
that case, what I
करेक्ट।
will do is I just go to the filter. I just go to text filter. I say contains. So you can see here contains. Contains what? I say contains agencies.
हाँ
This will show me okay which contains agencies. That means it can be any locations. So you can see Dhanlakshmi agency is grown. Okay, so here it is not in the end. So that means they contain those characters. So either starting, ending, middle, anywhere it contains. Or you can even go with containing with agencies as well as the enterprises. So I just go further. So the same thing contains. Yeah. So we have contains agencies and means it has to contain other thing also or either this or this. So I just say I'm looking for something which contains enterprises.
एंटरप्राइज।
Something. I just say few characters also you can give. So that means it will show me all which contains
if you
all this.
enter if you enter one or two like alphabet also, it will work as similar ways,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And where see even like when it comes to agencies, if I'm not giving, I say agent or something, so it will still show me that. Okay, so but it is looking for AGEN. So anywhere AGENCY, AGENCIES, you can see it is Bison Agency, AGENCY. So here it is swastik
करेक्ट।
agencies. So it is getting all those things.
मीन्स if whatever the letters we have entered, अगर वो मैच
Those
कर रहा है तो वो
characters,
शो
yeah,
करेगा।
वो show करेगा. So that can be in any kind of this one. It can be middle of the word also. So those
Got it.
particular matching words are there. So it does not contain is excluding some things. Okay, so we can go like this. Okay, so just unfilter it. Again, I say filter. So now let us see like how do we do the filter on the numerical data. See example, I say I have a sales amount. Okay, in the
Okay.
each product for each traders. So I say we have the say quantity sales. Fine. Now I want to see
Okay.
quantity sales which is more than say 100. Okay, so and I go here, so you can see it shows me all the distinct values. I say no, I want to get only which is more than 100. I just go down here. I just say greater than what value? Say
10.
100. So it will show me only greater than 100. So I want to see between 100 and 200. So what I do, I just say
Okay.
between. So we have a between. So what is that? Is greater than 100 and it
And
should be
less
at the
than,
same time 200 and less than or equal to 200, including 100 and 200 is including that. So that means it is showing only those particular sales where the value is between 100 and 200.
got it.
So like that is options are there, less than or equal to, between. We do also have this particular top. So I want to see the top 10 best sales, top 10 highest quantity sold. Okay, in that case, what I do, I just drop down this. I just go here. What is the top 10? So you can change the number. Say I want to see the top 15 sales items. That means highest valued item.
Depending upon the how much data we have.
Yeah, depending on. So it is the highest values. It is getting a kind of the top 15 ranking type. Top rank. So you can see what is happening in the case of filter. It is going to hide the data. See 1, 17, 26. That means between 1 and 17, 16 rows are not satisfying the criteria that you have given. That has been just hidden inside. So when you expand this, you can see it is available there. Okay, but that is not satisfying. That is also why it is not displaying. Okay, that is how. So that is what happens in the case of a filter.
So we can sort this after filtering. We can sort this in ascending and descending order as well.
Yes, sure. Yes, yeah, largest to smallest, or I say largest to smallest. So you can see that kind of rank. 1900, 1400, 12, 20, 1200. That's it. 980. The top ranks. Okay. So that is the kind of a filter. And not only that, I say I want to see those particular quantities sold, which is more than the average quantity. So in that case, first I need to know what is the average of the quantity. See, like, we have almost 700 rows. So here I've just selected this, and you can see the average of this is around 82. Okay. So, when I use an average of this particular range, you'll get that particular value. So it is 82. So I want to see those values, which is more than the average. So now in the traditional, this one, what we used to do is we used to find out what is the average. And then we used to say, give me only those particular sales, which is more than the average sale. Okay. So what I will do here is I'll just drop down here and I'll just say, I want to go for the number filter. I say above average. See here in the number filter, we have this above average. So this will automatically try to find out dynamically. It looks into what is the average value, and the values which is more than the average is being shown. So it is showing only those particular values which is more than, say, 82.
Got it.
Okay. So the same way we have this particular option of below average. So below 82, I think. So you can do those particular things. So those kind of options are there when it comes to this numeric filters. The same way, when you go with the dates, so you have some transaction dates when exactly this particular orders transition had taken place. So in that case, what I do, I just click on this particular thing, and then you can see, since we have this particular dates, so here it has sorted out. Okay, in this particular data, we have the sales of 3 years, 2018, 17, 16. So now which year ka data you want to see? So I want to sort it directly based on the year wise. I want to see only, say, 17. I just select this. So it will show me only the 17 sale. You can see, so only 2017 sale. So now I say no, under 2017, further I want to filter is, I want only till from Jan to June.
January.
Which you don't want it, you can uncheck it, or you want only selected months or something. So we can do that particular thing. Okay.
Got it.
So now what happens? Okay, from Jan to May, June. So in 2017, first half of 2017. So I can do this. Or we do also have this particular option. Apart from all this, so you can see, I want to see the sales which has happened today or today. If there is any sales which has happened today, it will show me that sale. So I can even see like what was the value which has happened on yesterday's sales records. The last week, this week, next month, this month, the previous month, next quarter, this quarter, the last quarter, year, last year's sales. So data we have is only till 17, 16, 17, 18. So we can just view those particular. Okay.
Okay, so we have a separate kind of filter, you can say, which is available.
Yeah, so for the numeric data, when I select a numeric data, you have this particular option. See, I want to see what was the sales which has happened in the last week, this week. This is very useful when you go to the analytics point of view, when you're doing the statistical thing. So what was the sales which has happened in the last week? So this week, okay, they're based on that, your prediction. So next week, what it is going to be. We can do those particular things.
Understood.
So I'll just say clear. So this is something which
sir, can you just give me 1 minute, sir?
Yep.
No, just 1 minute. I'll come.
The next thing is we'll see with this particular concept called as subtotals. Okay,
Hmm.
so what is a subtotal? So generally when I talk about a subtotal, so it is something like you have the data, you
Hmm.
want to subdivide the data
Okay.
into smaller section and then apply the totals.
Okay.
Fine. So that means whatever the data is there, I want to subdivide this data into smaller sections, and then you want to apply the totals on that. So that is where we go to the subtotals. Okay. Sub. Normally says sub is small. So you are subdividing the data into smaller sections and then applying the totals. Now take an example. I just have this particular sales data. So let me remove all these filters and things. I just have this particular sales data. So now what I want to do is from this particular sales data, I want to see this, what to say, the total sales amount. What is the total sales amount which has been done? Okay. So now when I want to see this particular sales amount, I want to see this sales which has happened based on the region wise. So that means what is the total sales which has happened in the north region, south region, what is the sales, east region, what is the sales, west region. I want to see in that way. Okay. So in that case, what I do is, since I wanted to do the totaling based on the region, first I will arrange the data based on the region. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just go to the sorting and I'll select, okay, I want to sort the data based on the region. So you want as A to Z or Z to A, or you can go with the custom list, is left up to you. I say north, south, east, west, chal. So you have selected. Okay. So that means I have sorted based on the region. So now what happens when you have sorted this based on the region, it has grouped all the north region in one place, then all the south region in another, so south region in one place, then all the east region separately, then all the west region separately. Fine. So now what I will do is, okay, now it is grouped. Whenever there is a division, see, like, north sale which is happening. So whenever there is a change in the region name, so you can see till here. So that means almost 209 rows are the north region ka sales. So now there is a change here. So you can see there is a change between north and south. So now I want to divide the data, and based on this, I just want to know how much of sales has happened, how much of quantity has been sold, or how much of what is the sales amount which has happened in the north. I want to do the calculation of this. Okay. So first thing what I have done, I have sorted based on the region, since I wanted to do the subtotal, which is divided based on the region wise. And then I go to the subtotal option. So again, subtotal option is there under your data tab. Under your data tab, we have this particular option of going for the subtotal. So under data, I say subtotal. So there I say whenever there is a change in what you say the region. Okay, that means whenever there is a change in the region name, so I want to do the total. What kind of total you want to do? So I can either go with the sum, count, average, min, max, or whatever it is. So let me go with the sum. On which field you want to apply the totaling? So I want to apply the total based on the sales amount. So that means here I've just selected. So whenever there is a change in the region name, so north to south, there is a change. So I want to do it. So I want to do the summing of the sales amount. I say okay. As soon as I say okay, you can see the data is divided something like this. And you can see here, whenever there is a change in north to south. Yep. So when there is a change from north to south, you can see it has applied a total here. And here you can see you get this. This is the total of sales in the north region. 17,63,344 is the
Can
sales
you
of
just
the
read
north
it
region.
once, sir?
Yep. Fine. So here, first thing what I need to do is, see, I have this data, but I actually wanted to see the sales based on the region wise. So what I did is, first I'm going to sort this data, which is going based on the region wise. So you can go with A to Z or any order. So you can go with your own custom order, or since we have done a custom order, or ascending, descending, anything. Fine. So when I do this, what happens? It has grouped all the north region in one place, all the south region in one place. It has grouped the data. Fine. So yeah, so north in one place, then all it has grouped south region in one place. But what I want to do is, whenever there is a change like this, say till here it is north region, from here it is south region. Whenever there is a change, I want to do the totaling of the total sales or something. Fine. So in that case, what I'll do is, I'll just go to the data tab. Under the data tab, you can see we have the subtotal. We have the subtotal under the data tab of your Excel report. Okay, so I'll just hit on the subtotal. As soon as I hit on the subtotal, I get this dialog box subtotal. When you want to do the subtotal change, okay, so I say whenever there is a change in the region name, I want the subtotal to be done. What kind of calculation you want? I want to do the summing. On which field you want to apply the total? I say I want to apply this on the sales amount. So that means whenever there is a change in the region name, say North Road is repeating. So whenever there is a change, I want to divide and I want to apply the calculation on the sales amount. So I want to do the summing of that. I just say okay. So as soon as I say okay, so you can see here, yeah. So North region ka sales. So this is the total of the North region, and you can see it has applied the total on the sales amount. Okay, the same way like South region, and then it says this is the total sales of South region is this. Total sales of South region is this 10 lakhs. So I say East region ka sale, and this is the total sales in the East region. This is the West region sale. This is the total sales of the West region. And when you look into this, is the grand total 55 lakhs 14,000. Okay, 15 is the total sales of the overall. Fine. Now I want to see the comparison. So which region has done the better sale than this? So when I keep scrolling like this, it becomes very difficult to know which region has done which sale. So we can see here, when I do the subtotal, so you automatically on the left corner, you get this 3 buttons, 1, 2, and 3. So what is this? So when I click on 1, so what happens? It will show me only the grand total, the overall sale total. When I say 2, it will show me the grand total and the region wise total. So you can, here I can easily come to know what is the sales happened in the each region. And then I can easily comparatively say, oh, North region has done 17 lakhs, whereas the South has done 10 lakhs. So East has done 16 lakh sales and West has done 10.5 lakh of sales. So, okay. So North has done the top, which is followed by the East, then West, and then South. So if I say 3, it is going to show you the complete. And when you say 2, it shows, you can see there's a plus sign. So now I say North got this particular series sales. I want to see the what are the sales that have happened. When I just again expand that, it'll just expand only the North region.
Means when we click on plus symbol, it shows that specific region
only
itself,
that
right?
region. Yeah, when I say 3, it will expand everything. 3 is for showing complete this one. 2 is showing only the subtotal wise. 1 is showing the grand total. Grand total with the subtotal, and this is the complete sales with the subtotal as well as the grand total. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I say within the region, I want to see for the city wise. So what I will do, I'll just say remove the subtotal, say remove all. Tool. I just sort it based on the city wise within the region. So I'll just go to sorting. I will retain the region, then add a level. I'll go for the city. Okay. So I say A to Z. So you can see North region, we have all the cities, Delhi, then North region ka Gurgaon, the North region Lucknow. So I want to know what is the sales in the North region, Delhi, what is the sales, and Lucknow, what is the sales, Gurgaon, what is the sales. In the South region, say Hyderabad, what is the sales, Vizag, what is the sales, and so. So now what I will do is I'll try to do the sorting, subtotal based on the city wise. So I'll just go to the subtotal. So whenever there is a change in the city name, okay, so what kind of totaling you want to see, the average sale or sum of sales. You want to see even the sales quantity as well as the sales amount. You can select both the options. Only the numeric fields you will be applying for the calculations here. Say okay. Okay. So now when you explore this, the North region Delhi, North region mein Delhi sale is this much. Okay, 1,60,000. Total quantity and this one. So say what is the sales of Goregaon in the North region, Lucknow in the North region, then this. So when I just say 1, this is the overall. So when I say 2, so this is showing me what is the sales have happened in the city wise as well as okay this one. And when I say expand this, it is going to show this. Clear?
Yeah.
Oh. So this is something about your, what do you say, subtotals. So where we are actually subdividing the data into smaller sections and then applying the totals on this. Okay. So here there is something called as a page break between the groups. So this is going to create a page breaks, and all these things can be done.
Okay.
So we'll stop here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we have seen, to wind up, we have seen with the concept of sorting.
Sorting,
Sorting is nothing but the
filter
concept of
and
arranging the data in an order. So we have ascending order, we have a descending order. You can also have your own custom order. Filter,
customized list.
yeah. Then filter. Filter is nothing but hiding the data which is not needed, only showing the data what is needed. So we have the filter. We can do the filters on multiple fields. We have the filters which can be good for the text data. So based on the custom, like contains, ends with, begins with. So based on the patterns also we can do this particular filters. So we can have multiple selection or single selections. So we have even, we can do the filters on the numeric fields. So you can go with more than average, greater than average, between a specific range. So we can have those particular options. So if you have a, what is it, dates field, so we have the option where you can do the filtering based on the year wise, month wise, or date wise, or you want to see the filters based on the last week, the previous month, last year, okay, the next month, next year. Okay, so we have this particular kind of combinations of options of filtering. And the subtotal is nothing but the concept
Yeah.
of subdividing the data into smaller sections and then applying the totals. So one thing is, when you're doing the subtotal, first I need to sort the data based on which you want to subdivide the data. The columns based on which you want to subdivide the data, you need to sort those particular
Sure.
columns, and then we need to do the subtotalings based on that particular columns. Okay, thing.
Yeah.
So fine. So
Yeah.
that ends with this particular thing. So we'll end over here.
Sure.